mganga, mchawi, pastors are using the same technique. What is it? Psychology. Let's talk about psychology and a little bit of self-love. So, this Saturday, my man took me to a stand-up comedy event. Rapture was performing. I had not heard of him before. So I went there with an open mind. I'll digress a bit. On our way there, I realized my mind was in a negative space. My life right now is going health-wise, abundance-wise, spiritually wise, physically wise, like everything is going. So I didn't know why I was in a negative space. Then I realized that's how my mind has been, anticipating for something so as to prepare. I've always been in a negative space because that is what I kept seeing. So I was preparing for anything negative without realizing that is how I was creating negative circumstances. So I realized that and I changed and I started thinking of positive things. So entering that space, I was in a positive space and a space to learn. I realized it made me curious. It made me want to learn. It made me open-minded. So we enter and we are in good time. There were some comedians there. They did their thing and then Rapture came. He was telling this story of how he, at one point in life, he was a mganga, a pastor. But the interesting thing is, all these people just use psychology. They use psychology to play games with your mind. But interesting thing is, everyone's selling something to you, be it clothes, be it whatever. They are using psychology, especially if they are successful. They know how people think. They learn people's patterns, behavioral patterns. And it made me realize something. The only way you can beat that is if you love yourself and you stop moving like sheep. You stop having sheep mentality. Because when people are moving together, it's easier to influence, manipulate them. That is how most people move. Hence, it's easier to manipulate them as a mass. Okay? But what does self-love do? Self-love allows you to have an observer and a doer. And you start observing things that you're doing. You start observing things that you're thinking. You start observing your feelings, your thoughts, your actions. You start observing the things you resonate with and things you don't. You start observing the people who you resonate with and who you don't. And you create your own psychology. You create your own way of thinking. And guess who wouldn't want that? The system. Okay? Take that information and do whatever you want to do with it. But know this. You're always being manipulated, influenced, one way or the other. Your behaviors, you might think they are yours, but they are not. And you can resonate with some things. That is why when you start loving yourself, you learn what resonates with you. And you can go there intentionally. You add awareness to your life. Self-love helps you add awareness to your life. I'm a self-love alchemist. I help you transform self-hatred to self-love. As long as you're in this system, you're going to have some form of self-hatred, hating parts in you. Huh? Yes. Love you.